Starting stream.
It's something
Don't.
you really.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. You don't want to know. You really don't. All right, receiving
I was
content.
really drunk and tired at the same time when I started that story.
Yeah, it was an interesting day on PlayStation. It was. All right.
It's something
Don't.
you.
It's an inside joke. You don't want to. All right, audio is good. Hey guys, Rupert the Rager. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and welcome to the second annual Gravecast, or Gravecast, or whatever I end up calling this thing. I think I'm gonna go with Gravecast though. So if you remember, back in August, was it? Yeah, August. Back in August, me and Happy did a little podcast, just me and him. It was supposed to be me, him, and Chuckles, but then Chuckles kind of just bailed. So, you know, it was just me and him sitting for like 3 hours. This one's going to be a little shorter. We're planning it just for like a 2-hour thing. But I have two other people here with us today. Today joining us is Lamborghini with the very messed up little turkey thing. And he's watching a video, of course. I heard that. Whatever that was, I heard that. Something about Fire Emblem Warriors. I heard it. And then but beneath me, the Raichu is our resident, I don't know, what would you say? Like weeb expert, you know? Sort of, you know, weeb Overwatch expert. Our passionate Overwatch fangirl, basically. This is, this is Stabbeh. And then, yeah, exactly. Everybody plays for the loot box. And then, obviously, in the bottom right, we have Happy with his little cat face again. So, yeah, let's go ahead and start off. Let me pop up my little thing here for what we're doing. So to start off, I want to talk about EA killing off Visceral. Have you guys heard about this? Anyone? Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, EA is shutting down Visceral, and they're doing something to the Star Wars game they're working on. So I didn't even know that Visceral was working on a Star Wars game. I think I heard a little bit about it, but I didn't think it was coming out anytime soon. And so, basically, EA has announced that they're basically gutting Visceral, and, like, basically, I don't know if they're firing all the people or just, like, sending them to different departments, but they're basically disbanding Visceral, and they said, in a quote, they're making a significant change to the Star Wars game that Visceral was working on. Visceral, as you know, is responsible for Dead Space, and they did the Battlefield Hardline. Did they do the multiplayer or the single player on Hardline? Do you remember? I think they did this.
Single
The
player.
was it? Yeah, I think they did the single player story on that. So they're they're good known for their story. So them not working on a Star Wars game obviously sucks. And then the EA suit that they had out there being the mouthpiece. He said, throughout the development process, we have been testing the game concept with players, listening to feedback about what and how they want to play, and closely tracking fundamental shifts in the marketplace. Which, basically, this whole thing is code for, we wanted them to do microtransactions and screw up the game, and they told us no, so we destroyed their studio. So, I don't know. I mean, that's what I get from it. That's what I'm thinking fundamental shifts in the marketplace means.
I do not like more and more AAA titles nowadays putting microtransactions into.
Right.
If I pay $60 for a brand spanking new game, I want to be able to play it start to finish without spending any more money.
Right. Right. Exactly. I think.
One thing, but putting in random drops is a complete.
Right. Now, what about something like Overwatch? Does Overwatch have justification because they're aesthetics only, or do they? I mean, do they get a pass, or is it still not right for them to even have that?
It doesn't really add any new content. It's just cosmetics, like you say, and you can get them for free by playing the game just fine.
Right. Right.
I also feel like since Overwatch,
it's odd because it's built like a free-to-play game, but you buy it.
Yeah, it is odd. What were you saying, Lem?
They do also like the free updates, so like it's
right. Your mic's cutting out a bit, but yeah, I get what you're saying. They do like the free stuff, so it kind of justifies them selling loot boxes with cosmetic stuff only in it. But Happy, do you remember in Titanfall 2 how they had the system in their setup where you couldn't even buy the advocate gifts, and and they had microtransactions, but they were straight up microtransactions. It was, here's a skin pack, give us $2. Here's 20 skins. what is wrong with that system? I mean, and the best part is Titanfall 2 stuck to their guns on that. And they said, "No, fuck that. We're going to if you want something, you can just buy it. We're not going to do RNG. We're not going to do, this stupid slot machine bullshit of, oh, here open this box and maybe get what you want and then spend another, 1,000 hours opening another 1,000 boxes and, maybe you'll eventually get the thing you want." I think
Yeah, but the reason they did that though is because they didn't sell as many copies as they're expecting to.
yeah, I think
They're
that
trying to make the money back.
yeah. I think I don't know, it's interesting because you're seeing it in like all these games except it where did it start is what I think people don't understand. I don't know where it started. Like who started the microtransaction trend? I mean mobile games obviously started the idea of microtransactions. They were free to play little shitty mobile games. Who in the industry actually said, "Hey,
Free.
yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. It's like they were free, but in the actual industry, who said, hey, we can put this in our game? Like, is there like, does anyone happen to know like the history like before the obvious one of like Advanced Warfare, right? Advanced Warfare was like the first AAA title to ever have like, uh, microtransactions in it. But there might have been something in Uncharted's multiplayer. I can't remember if there was or not though. I know there was.
Wasn't there this bad shooter that came out a few years ago that you unlock characters through microtransactions?
Microtransaction characters. The only game I can think of where you would buy characters would be Quake Champions, but that's recent. That's not old school. I don't know. I do not know. Um,
I mean, TF2 kind
TF2 actually, yeah, you're right. But
But yeah, TF2 used to be about 20 back.
nope, Mike's getting out. Yep. So yeah, the mic keeps cutting out like that. I'd say just what was I gonna say? Just like drop out the call and come back. See if it fixes it. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's definitely one of those things. Like, but in TF2, isn't there a marketplace like where you can sell your items to other people?
Not so much
Technically,
in
there
Quake.
isn't like a literal marketplace, but you can trade items, and there are servers dedicated to trading items for
Right.
metal, which is basically the currency.
Right. So that's interesting because then that actually places some sort of monetary value on it, even though it's all still in house. But I'm sure there's still people that make arrangements like, "Hey, I will give you $50 for this one in-game item." Like, good God, like the PUBG skirt that sold for like $500. Like, are you kidding me?
The Mac Buds.
Yeah, it's
When the game was released on Mac, there were earbud accessories.
of.
Those are like still the most expensive item in the game.
so stupid.
No. So they used to be part of like the currency, like metal, but then like for some reason it dropped out, so you can get them. But like an expensive item in the game would be like
Expensive item is what?
Huh?
You said expensive item would be like,
Cut out.
yeah.
Or there was also another.
Keep cutting out. That's so weird. Now then again, y'all have crap internet, so that might be it. I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna try and maybe move the call to like
But I mean, they've moved.
actual server.
Games have
I don't
moved
know.
away from having large DLC expansions to having, like, unlike unlock a new outfit, pre-order the game for this exclusive outfit.
Yeah, yeah. The game.
Even Nintendo isn't safe anymore.
Yeah.
We have like Breath of the Wild with its Amiibo DLC.
Oh god, the amiibos.
Buy this
Amiibos are
$12
the
and
stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen on the planet. I don't know who would ever like. Why do you buy amiibos? What's the point? What do they do? Like, I know it's something with like a game, but like,
the Amiibo.
yeah. What do you do? What do you do with amiibos? Hello.
Basically, the controller
Oh,
has an RFID reader in it,
right.
and you put the Amiibo on the RFID,
Right.
it downloads the content from the Amiibo.
And then you use that character in what game?
Certain figures work in multiple games.
So I buy, say, the Mario amiibo, and I scan it, and then I can use Mario in like Splatoon, for instance.
Not exactly. Not every Amiibo works with every game.
Well, just as an example, if it did work with that.
Yes.
there are some Legend of Zelda amiibos, for example, will allow you to make an AI character that you customize in Super Smash Brothers, but then you put it in Breath of the Wild, and it like I don't know, maybe gives you the hero's tunic. I can't remember.
What? Why would? Oh my god, this is just weird. This is like this is like somebody figured out. Okay, people want figures and people want digital crap for their games. Put it together and overprice it.
They've been wanting to like
All an amiibo is the glorified paperweight.
Basically.
it's a collectible figure that also has in-game value.
Yeah, but there was no point to it. Is the thing. There's like if you want a Mario figure, go buy a Mario figure. If you want in-game content, go buy in-game content. What? Ooh, excuse me. Why?
Do you not see like the other toys alive like a
Yeah, your
The
mic.
problem comes where Nintendo has this very recent problem of never stocking anything enough.
Yeah, no, it's not even a problem. They're doing it intentionally. I can tell you that for a fact. They're doing
Yes,
it
it's
to
an
keep
intentional
people
problem.
loyal. Like they're going, oh, we didn't stock enough. Just wait, more's coming. And so people will sit there and click on the Amazon page every single day, like, where is it? Where is it? I gotta buy a Switch. I gotta get like
Scalping is become a huge problem now.
exactly.
Like, one of my friend's little brothers for Christmas, his mom had to go on like Amazon to get the Moth amiibo. Sold out in every store.
Wow, absolutely ridiculous. All right, I'm going to do something here. Let me just go back to.
Oh yeah, that's another one. The Marth amiibo in Smash Brothers again lets you make an AI character, but it lets you fight Marth in the Fire Emblem games.
Turn those off. All right. Let's reboot the call here. I'm actually gonna start an actual server here and see because I think the direct call is what's having us get cutouts. So let me just say I'm gonna call it Gravecast, and then I'll invite you guys to it. So then change icon maybe. I don't know. Do I have a picture to throw in there? No. I'll do it later. Change. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Create, and then. Am I still on with you guys? No, I'm not. I'm not in with the call anymore. I'm just gonna be here alone. Let's see. Where are we? What are we doing? How do I add people? Create instant invite. Here we go. Instant invite. Okay, so then I'll send it to everybody that's here. And we should be good. Okay, that's 2. Oh, there's Randall. Alright, so you're here, you're here. Alright, can we actually, from here, video, can I set up that lobby? Could that be a thing? Might have to continue on without that, so I'm gonna have to set up new stuff for that. Where's Happy? Happy's here. Tell him to join the gen chat. Nice, there you go. Okay, yeah, this might, hopefully this will fix our issue we're having with the cutouts. No, it's an actual server, not a direct group message.
So what's annoying is on the phone I can't see my.
No, the cutout's still there. So weird. What's so weird?
I'm gonna try ban.
Oh yeah, the amiibo thing pretty much started with Skylanders.
Right. So yeah, Skylanders. That the fuck was up with Skylanders? Like, what were they trying to do with that game? It was like, oh, buy the
Make
thing
a
and
whole
put
lot of
the.
money. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They made so much money.
Okay, there's Happy. So.
Basically, it was a game where mixed with a collectible figure game.
Okay, I think I'm gonna see. We'll wait for Randall to get back. I'll just leave the. Right.
The game itself was already more pricey because of the little RFID reader that came with it. But
Right.
then you buy those little $12 a pop plastic figures to get all the characters you want.
Right, right. I need to look. Where am I? What am I doing? I need to set up something basically.
And then Disney was like, oh my god, we can make a whole bunch of money off that.
Set up my border, and I'll throw my camera into here. Webcam. I think I'll just set up a proxy for us. I mean, nobody's using webcams anyway, so I might as well just throw up a couple pictures. Probably should have done that.
Good luck, I'm behind 6 proxies.
No, I mean proxy images. Moron. Okay. I need to flip horizontal. Why is it going that way? Yeah, that really needs to be the other way.
Oh, my nose.
Position, reset size, fit to screen, center. Oh, there's a button here for this. Ah, screw it. I'll get it later. I gotta make it smaller. Recenter me. Throw it up. I'm just gonna have to be looking. I've got my background backwards right now. That's fine. All right, so just continue the conversation while I do this. So we were talking about amiibos and like DLCs and stuff.
So, like, you know, I mean, once you have a good collection of amiibo, I guess, it becomes cheaper than DLC because amiibo can be used with multiple games. That I'm a little happy about. The fact that, you know, they're not exclusive to a certain game. They could have
Right.
done that. It would have been terrible.
They could have. It would have been completely stupid, but they could have.
But they have multiple functions as well. Like, you know, in Smash Brothers, there's a fun, like, community thing where people will train up AI characters using amiibo and then have them fight each other.
Right. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, because they get stronger the more they fight.
Right. No, it's pretty interesting. I don't think it's the greatest thing in the world, but you know.
I think.
Oh, there was a
to me-
case. There was a case where when was it? I can't remember if it was Splatoon or Splatoon 2. In the first Splatoon, but for pre-ordering the game, you got an Inkling amiibo. You know, one of the little squid guys.
Right.
Well, in England, someone jacked a truck full of them, and they were never found.
Somebody just stole the amiibos. Who just steals amiibos? Who does these things?
They stole an entire truck full of the pre-order amiibos, and they couldn't be replaced.
Ridiculous. What's wrong with people? Seriously. Like, come on.
Internet.
Fucking internet people, man. Alright. Where is
Rosalina so much that he scalped Rosalina amiibos.
That's just wrong. Every bit of that is wrong.
But at least they're releasing more waves of the NES and SNES Mini.
Yeah, I mean, they should have had about 1 million of those things made. They knew it would sell, but I don't even see the point of those machines, though. Because if you're on PC, you already have an emulator for that anyway. So there's...
It's just a fun collectible.
It is a fun collectible, you're right. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I've got a whole shelf of fucking pop vinyl staring at me.
There actually was one thing that was totally worth it, is that on the SNES Mini, they released an official version of Star Fox 2.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Star Fox 2 was finished. It was in, like, finished, almost just needed a little bit more polished beta before it was canceled.
Fucking Nintendo, man. I don't get what Nintendo's deal is. Like,
Well,
do they...
N64 was right around the corner, and they wanted Star Fox 64 to have a clean break between Star Fox and Star Fox 64, so they couldn't have the Star Fox 2, especially when the N64 was already out, distracting people.
Right.
So it was a business decision. Years later, various ROMs from different stages of development made their way on the internet. So we had like an early alpha build, a later alpha build, a beta build, a finished beta build. But now we have a actually finished version of Star Fox 2.
Nice. I mean, I never played Star Fox. I never really saw the... Oh, why do I have a GIF? Okay.
I'm terrible at it, but I just think that's really cool.
Well, Randall, you get a GIF, because I didn't realize I had to download the GIF version of this image. You get a berry GIF. Alright. Yeah, I basically had to just make pictures for you guys. We're going back to the old style that me and Happy did, where it's just background and us, or background and me, and then a couple pictures. But yeah, apparently I downloaded the GIF version of the image and not the actual image. Weird.
There is one reason that Nintendo might be limiting the production. There's rumors that they're limiting production because people have already found a way to basically break into it and turn it into a emulator you can plug into your TV.
Right.
It's like apparently super easy to do.
I mean, yeah, they're. Good luck with that, Nintendo. You're gonna need it, cause
basically just an emulator in a box.
Right. All right. Well, I think we talked about that enough about the freaking visceral killing things, and then we got on. Somehow we got to Nintendo being shit. Like, it's so easy to get to Nintendo being shit.
I love them, but they're killing me.
Yeah, you're killing me, Smalls. All right. Position size. How? I know there's a way. Oh, wait. I know what it is. It's in my actual window. I remember now. Hold on. It's in my actual webcam. I know where the option is now. Advanced setting. Where is it? I remember because I had to do this last time. Nope. No. I know it's here. Where is it? Here we go. Normal orientation. There we go. I'm back to normal now. All right. Off of that, on to more microtransaction bullshit, because that seems to be the theme for the week. In news, at least. Activision. Have we heard about the Activision microtransaction patent? Oh, that's a fun one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so Activision has patented a matchmaking algorithm that is based on players' microtransaction purchases. So basically, the way it works is the person, right, the player would take the microtransaction, right? It would take a player who has not bought something yet, who is like a shit player, and put them with a really good player in the hopes that that person will see that good player, doing well, and then they would go, oh man, I wish I was as good as him. Oh look, loot box, and go buy the loot box and get the cool gun.
That's a whole new level of skeevy.
It is a whole new level of skeevy. Not only that, but it gets worse. Once they make the purchase, then the matchmaking is then going to try to put them into a match where when they use that weapon, it will be favorable to them. That way it reinforces the idea that it was a good purchase and that they should go buy another one. Yeah.
Doesn't that just make the game boring?
You would think, but people like casuals are like that. They don't care about the substance of a game. If you think about it, it's kind of like politics in general, or even American politics. Perfect example here. Bernie should have won because he had great policy. He wouldn't shut up about policy, right? He always talked about policy and nothing else. But the two people that did political mudslinging and called each other names got to the top spot. It's like, what is wrong with people? That's exactly the same situation. You have people trying to, you have people that actually look for policy and analyze things like me, and, because you saw how salty I got over the fucking Zarya skin, I overanalyze things. And then you have the normal people that actually buy the microtransactions or are stupid enough to buy them. And they go, oh, yay, fun, game, happy, buy more, yay. That's all they are. I don't know. It's just, and according to Activision, though, because corporations never lie, they said that as of right now, they hadn't actually implemented it. According to Activision, this was an exploratory patent filed in 2015 by an R&D team working independently from our game studios. It has not been implemented in-game. Bullshit! How would you know if it was? What, do you have a Turing test or a litmus test or something to tell you if that matchmaking is actually happening? No, you don't, as the consumer. So you have to trust the evil corporation that is trying to get you to buy fucking boxes. Oh! It's ridiculous. I mean, I like... People know my thoughts on loot box already. I find the whole thing just retarded. So we got anybody else who wants to chime in on this? Lamb, happy? Anybody? No?
If it's just cosmetics like Overwatch, I'm probably fine.
Yeah, but it's not. That's the thing. It's like, there's... it's not even... But even if it is cosmetics, like, the fact they would go to the length of matchmaking proves they're not interested in cosmetics. Because cosmetics aren't gonna... mess with how your playstyle is, right? Because it's cosmetics. But when you put weapons...
COD and all them are fucking up, but look at Shadows of War when they did theirs.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Happy wants to.
They give you a chance
Yeah.
to where in-game currency you have silver, and you can buy like silver boxes, which is fun.
Right.
You can get gold, where you can buy like higher tier items. They don't want you to actually pay for their stuff if you don't want to.
Right. They want you to, but at the same time, I mean, why a single player game would even have something like that? I mean, yeah, it doesn't affect the game, but I think I'm actually paraphrasing Angry Joe right here because yeah, his Shadow of War review is actually up right now, and he said in it that yeah, these don't affect the game. You're right, but they're only, which makes them pointless. Why? Well, then why are they here? Because they're, pacifying people, getting people used to the idea of loot boxes and them not being a bad thing. So when they do turn into a bad thing, nobody knows. He actually said this again on his Halo 5 review. Back in Halo 5 review, he was like, if you put a
game should not have microtransactions at all.
yeah, exactly. But in his Halo 5 review, he even said, look, if you throw a pot in a boil, or if you throw a frog in a boiling pot of water, the frog's going to jump out. But if you slowly raise the temperature, the frog's going to die because he doesn't notice the gradual temperature change. That's how they're going to do it. That's how the market is going to get people into loot boxes. Is they're slowly going to introduce it, see just how much people are willing to take, and then cut it off and say, okay, this is our benchmark, this is our landmark, this is what we go with, and this is how we get people to pay. But yeah, that's
With a single player game that is not a free to play title should not have any microtransactions.
even a free to play, like
Free to play, that's how they make their money. So I can't complain about that.
yeah, I guess you have a point there. They got to make their money somewhere, I guess. But yeah, speaking of making money, all right, that leads us to our next story. So continuing the loot box trend, I swear this is the last one we had. There's just 3 different articles about loot boxes and microtransactions this week. So apparently the ESRB, the guys that rate the games, has actually come out and said that loot boxes are not gambling. So that took me by surprise. Well, basically their justification of it is ESRB does not consider loot boxes to be gambling, right? They said that while there's an element of chance in these mechanics, the player is always guaranteed to receive in-game content, even if it's not something the player wants. You see and they likened it to things like Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh, where you buy the pack of cards and you're guaranteed to get something. You just don't get, you might not get exactly what you want,
Yeah,
and
in the secondary market, you can just buy what you want.
exactly, and that's the problem is that the in-game system. Okay, so now that leads to spending money for a loot box, which gives you something that you can't get any return on. If it's something you don't you can't take it and sell it to somebody. It stays in market. It stays in game. There's no trading system in Overwatch. There's no there's no scrapping system in Overwatch. You can't, oh, this really shitty skin that I got that I really don't like, I can't scrap it for more gold just because I don't like it. I can't trade it to somebody who actually wants it and they trade me a skin I want. There's no system like that, which, just it becomes a problem. I mean,
Okay, let's look at this at a gambler's point of view because,
right?
I'm pretty bad at gambling.
Yeah.
When I put money into a game and I'm trying to do fucking try to get a badass weapon from it, because you're literally losing money to try to get something that is good.
Right. Right. Well, I mean, their justification does make a little bit of sense, right? Because if you go to an actual slot machine in Vegas, there is no guarantee that machine it's going to give you something on every spin, right? You're not, in actual gambling, it's win or lose, all or nothing, right? You either get something or you don't. But in here, you get something even though it's shit, right? So then
shit, you still feel like, oh shit, I lost.
You still feel like you lost because it's not what you want, and this is why and this is why it needs to be considered gambling. And this is a hurdle that the ESRB is set up for everybody else that wants these things out of gaming, because it's now we have to make it's like, oh, the ESRB said it. Well, now it's going to continue and continue and continue until finally somebody says, hey, the U.S. government gets involved and say, hey, no, this is gambling. What are you guys talking about? There needs to be regulation on this. And God help us if we actually get to that point. That's going to be scary because it could potentially just crash the market because all the big games won't do it anymore, and they just, the big companies might throw a temper tantrum and say, well, if we can't put this in our game, we're going to make our game, garbage. and then they'll just move on. Then small companies will take their spot, and we might see a massive spike in indie titles. Then I don't know. Might get a bunch of independent studios working together and not becoming big conglomerates and whatnot. I don't know. Could be interesting. But that's enough on microtransactions. We just spent a half hour on just microtransaction bullshit. And somehow in there we worked in Nintendo is shit. So I don't know. We somehow got to that. But going on to something a little more happy, and this is a little bit on the microtransactions. A little bit. There's a small part of this. The Overwatch Halloween event. So let's discuss what's been happening with it. I mean, I have my cynical take on it, but y'all go ahead and continue.
I don't really like Junkenstein's Revenge as a game mode, considering that free for all was so fun.
Yeah.
Being locked into the same 4 classes forever is kind of super boring.
It's just like, yeah.
Like,
but
I wish.
I love the skins.
Oh, go on, man.
I wish it was like.
Did you get out?
And he's gone.
Yep.
What?
Said go ahead. Go ahead, Lamb.
Okay. For some reason. No, I wish it was like an uprising. Yes. That would.
He keeps cutting out. He's having problems. I don't know why it's just him though. That's weird. Like everybody else is doing pretty alright, but I don't know. No, it's not short utterances that do it. It's like when you talk for a long time, it just like starts cutting words out. It's weird. Anyway, but yeah, you're like it's one of those things where it's the game mode. Yeah, it was fun last year. It's not fun this year because it's the same fucking thing. Come up with something new. It's the same event, and they, and the worst part is that, okay, yeah, they now you can get the old skins back, like the other Halloween skins from last year, but that just means that all the old Halloween stuff is in here ruining the pot for this year, which means if you do get something good, it could end up being something from last year that you don't even want, It could be that, and then, not to mention, it's like, oh, go to the arcade, play this, play endless Junkenstein's Revenge, yeah, because that's what somebody wants to do. They want to spend 3 hours shooting robots in the face, because that's challenging and fun. That's,
more experience.
It's gonna take 3 hours.
No, but I mean, if you just keep going, I'm talking the endless mode. I'm talking, like, it just keeps going. Why?
Yeah.
But then it's not endless! It's just extended! Good God, man. They even lie. They even have a clickbait title in their mode. That's bad. That's so bad. But let's, okay, off the game mode. Let's talk about the skins. What do we think of the skins for this setup here? I think I'll actually try and find,
I think the skins are rad.
maybe. Nah, I can look at the skins.
I know some people are disappointed about Zenyatta's. His ultimate voice line was changed from experience nothingness to experience oblivion.
Experience interesting. So what? When he ults as the Cthulhu skin, and then it all of a sudden he instead of saying experience tranquility, he's just experience oblivion. Is what he says.
Yeah.
In the exact same tone of voice.
Experience oblivion. It's like, what the fuck? Fuck Zen. Like, it's kind of like when somebody just looks at you and goes, "Dead kittens." Like, the fuck? Like, out of nowhere. It's like, they say it so nicely, but you know something's wrong. I mean, I don't know, but not the skins themselves. I like all the skins, right? They're not bad. But, I also noticed, I actually reached out, I was talking to you about this last night, where, I was talking about how Reaper's face was actually a Protoss head. Like, in the Reaper skin, his face is actually a Protoss, face. It's got, like, the head goes back, it's got the eye slits, it's got, the no mouth into the cheeks and everything. It's exactly the same if you look at it. If you look up a picture of a Protoss face and a Reaper and Reaper's Halloween Dracula skin, it's exactly the same. And I thought, I mean, that's a neat little Easter egg for people that like StarCraft, but I don't need games from the same publisher bleeding into my game. Like, I don't want StarCraft and stuff. Like, yeah, I don't want them sticking stuff from one game into another. That's how you end up with something like Heroes of the Storm, where they're just like, throw all the intellectual properties together. All of them.
When I bought Overwatch, it came with like 5
Yeah, it's like, fuck off. If I want the other game, I'll go get the other game. You're advertising for your own title in your title. I don't know. It's you know, they're pretty good though. They're pretty good Halloween skins. Except the Dragon Symmetra doesn't really make sense too much. The you know, yeah, that's kind of an ant. It's like, okay, it's a skin. The Van Helsing McCree is great until you look at his left arm. His left arm, why is it like this glowing mess?
Maybe it's cursed.
I don't know. But then you get to the almighty Zarya skin. Because, yeah, let's talk about that one. Why? Why? And why? Why would they give her a freaking, like, jazzercise 80s skin? Why? It's so garbage. I'm doing it for the fucking memes, man. For the memes. It's so stupid.
It's not a goth.
Is this not what?
It's not the goths.
Not the goth. Hey, you take that back. The goth skin is a good skin. That is a good skin.
It's so cringy.
It's so cringy, it's good. Okay? This other one is just, it's all pink and purpley and no, it's weird. It's weird. Why does this woman in armor with a laser beam have leg warmers? What is this? What is happening here? I don't know. It's just, that's annoying. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Happy, what do you think? You're kind of like me. You haven't been on Overwatch in quite a bit, so I don't know. The perfect expression for somebody who doesn't give a shit. All right. But yeah, I think they need to stop these events. Like, I get it. They want events, that's cool, but I think they should have their events, but all the event skins just stay. They should just stay in the pot. They should just continue being part of the game. It should just be added content at that point. It should not be, oh, you get it for a limited time, you know, like, event. It's like, no, just come on.
One new skin. A new skin, but they should have done more than just one.
Which one?
Symmetras, because Zenyatta's, it doesn't really matter. It's not really a skin if it just doesn't change much about him.
Yeah.
It changes everything about him.
Well, yeah, but his old voice.
Yeah, if it doesn't change the voice, yeah.
He looks badass. You want to hear him speak like a badass, but no, just enter Oblivion
Like, one would think that he would get some...
someone yelling at me, not fucking slightly talking.
Like, you know, normally calling things out would make sense, but then when he ults, it should have been like a experience Oblivion. And it's like, that would have been horrifying if you had this low, growly, like, fucking modulated voice.
So it was hilarious when I actually heard.
It's like,
So
why?
Like, first release, the experience nothingness was kind of, I guess they don't want to change it too much.
Yeah, I can see them not wanting to change it too much and not, like, you know, and take the character completely away from what he's supposed to be, but at the same time, I mean, these are skins that are only going to get used during this event. After the event, it's going to look goofy as hell if you have that skin still on. Like, you're going to look weird with Cthulhu Zenyatta walking around in fucking March. Like, no. Just no to that. That's weird. Stop that. Let me turn my
Plus,
thing
like,
over there.
that one's cool and all, but if you want a badass fucking skin, Nutcracker.
Nutcracker. That strikes fear into people's hearts. That is real fear. Experience these nuts. The golden chestnuts. I think, Happy, don't you have golden Zen nuts?
Nuts, but my Overwatch fucked up and I had to redo everything.
Oh, God.
Isn't it connected to your account?
Yeah, but it's Blizzard. Like, they get fucking wiped and shit. I mean, that's why I used to not be able to even play at all. There used to be a problem after one of the patches where it just dead, just disconnect. They finally fixed it, but I don't know what they fixed. But I guess it's gone through enough updates where the network has decided to be good. I don't know. So Halloween event. Any other comments on that?
Or go fuck yourself.
All right. Fuck you too, Happy. Fuck you too. All right. So off of that, for a final bit of news, this isn't really news so much as not really news, but more of like an opinion bit. So apparently, Breath of the Wild has gotten like an update on PC or something, like the PC version of it that somebody made. They've like updated it to add better graphics or something. So basically, I just want to bring this up because I want to talk about sort of the ethics of this. So as we know, Breath of the Wild only available on the Switch and the Wii U, right? Because it's a Nintendo title and Nintendo keeps everything in house, lets nobody else have it, and that's exclusive for all consoles. I get it, but at the same time, that's basically all the console offers. That's the only advantage. So now we get into the discussion of if Breath of the Wild is only available on Switch, if it is only put out on the Switch or on the Wii U, is it right to pirate it on a PC? Because number one, it was somebody who took time to remake the world in UE4, so it's not like somebody took a cracked port, moved it over. Like they had to recreate all the models and stuff in the game and recreate.
Piracy, it's just plagiarism.
Yeah, it's kind of it's plagiarism is what I'm getting at. So if let's say if you want to buy Breath of the Wild like I do, and you want it but it's not on PC, and you can't just go out and buy a fucking Switch, and even if you could, why for what 2 games, that and Super Mario, then is it right to pirate it, or is there like what is the moral gray? There's like a moral gray area here. Like they're not offering it, so they're losing out on your business. So
I think the question really isn't is it right, but is it wrong?
yeah,
I mean, it's definitely not right.
it's definitely not right, but is it completely evil? Because they don't even give you the chance to get this game on the platform you want. So is it, completely wrong to do that and be like, oh no, you can't pirate this game, ever. Why? I want to play it. It's like, no. But we're...
what Nintendo is doing right now is they're letting it be pirated so they can look for people that do buy it from whoever pirated it from, so they can say, okay, you got this without our knowledge, fuck you from getting our other games.
Maybe there could be,
No, you can't. This isn't. Are they selling it?
No, they're not selling the pirate. The pirate is the pirated copy is just like a free downloadable like mod thing. But it's I think what he's talking about is like, they're waiting to see who downloads it and stuff, and they're gonna cross reference like the information of that. I don't know how they do that though, because like it's all there's no really accounts to be registered to download it or anything, so I don't know how they would find out.
Yeah, they can't do that.
It's Nintendo.
Though.
It's Nintendo.
They can figure it out.
I'm about to Photoshop. I swear, Happy. I'm about to Photoshop a tinfoil hat onto your cat. Like it's Nintendo. Nintendo's coming.
I mean, there were a bunch of idiots when I think it was Sun and Moon came out. They were playing the game on Wi-Fi.
Oh God. Yeah, that
So
yeah.
They had all of their 3DS systems blacklisted.
Gee, I wonder why. Maybe because they set that is the equivalent of just walking up to the Nintendo execs and just like fucking throwing a pirate like a Jolly Roger flag over their head and just beating them with a fucking like a sword from Legend of Zelda. It's like, I am stealing your game. Hello, please.
So, like, not only could they no longer play Sun and Moon online, all of their online features for the 3DS entirely for that one system blacklisted.
Damn. I mean that's the difference is that they tried to play a game. They were playing a game that they had access to. They could have bought it on the system that they were going to play it on. And, that's obviously, okay to have repercussions for that because you deserve it. It is hilarious because you pirated it, but you still have the chance to buy it. In the case of PC guys don't even have the chance to buy it because they don't have a fucking Switch.
I like creative DRM.
Yeah.
I don't like straight up DRM. I like creative DRM. I'm talking like people pirating Batman Arkham Asylum and they're like, why can't I get this one jump? And they're like, oh, it's because you didn't get a legitimate copy. Yeah.
I think that's why the guy, instead of trying to crack it, he just said fuck it and remade it in UE4 because like if you do that, then there's the underlying code issues of that. Like, there could be a hidden thing you can't get rid of.
That himself from scratch.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he
saying that they're using their intellectual property.
Well, they can't stop him. It's not possible. Like you could shut down one link, but it's already been up for so long. Once you have like one link to that, just
Metroid 2 remake.
Yeah. I mean,
A bunch of people remade Metroid 2. And
if they were gonna shut it down, they would have done it by now, though. If they could, I don't think they can. I think it's gone on for so long. I think the guy finished the game like all the way and got it ready, and then said okay, and then like released it in the middle of the night so that people could just take it. And the guys that do this probably have like networks of people that help them to disperse the game everywhere as fast as possible. That way, think something that like can't happen. Like the company can't go, oh, shut down the link. Okay, you shut down the link, but there's 50 others. It's everywhere now. Good luck.
I have an idea. Emulators.
Okay.
There is now in development a PS3 emulator called RPCS3.
Ooh, now that's touching. That's getting a bit touchy. I mean, they're not making PS3 titles anymore, but it's still relatively new. Yeah.
However, they basically touted it as a PC port of Persona 5, which was released on PS3 and PS4 at the same time.
Ooh, now we're getting into some really, because
Just a few months ago, actually.
I don't know, because if it was only on PS3, then it's like, okay, if it's an old PS3 game, okay, maybe I could see putting an emulator on for that. But if it's something that released on both, because now you're getting into
development on the PS3, but the PS4 came out during its development.
Right. I think now you're getting into the area of, well, you're dipping into the sales of the guys that like own consoles and the guys that like the guys that sold it on PS4. Yeah.
What ended up happening is Atlas, the publisher of Persona, had them take down everything everything Persona 5 related from their Patreon and main page.
Right.
The emulator itself was not taken down, but they basically
they said you can have the emulator. We're not going to go after that, but just don't touch our game again. Basically.
Well, they almost had them pull their Patreon, which is really funny.
Yeah, they basically said you can. Yeah, just this is the one game you can't have. You can't have this, and I have to agree. I mean, if it's available on a next gen system, but I mean, how are you going to play something like to say before the let's use Crash Bandicoot before the Insane Trilogy came out? How the hell were you supposed to play like fucking Crash Bandicoot 3? Like that's a PS2 game. You don't and it's like 2017, like or whenever like the year was that the Crash Insane Trilogy came out. It's like, how was I supposed to play that before then? I don't have a PS2. No one has a PS2 anymore.
They're the PS1 classics.
Right, exactly. There's the classics. It's like these are the games that are like so old. Number one, they shouldn't give a shit about them anyway. Number two, if they did give a shit,
the line of PS1 classics that you can buy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The PS1 classics, that feels like reselling a game that should just be free. I mean, if it's going to run exactly the same. Now, a remaster's a little different because they got to kind of basically, if they put it in a brand new engine, like if they just started putting all the remasters of old ass games in UE4, it'd be amazing. It would look so good and run so good.
That would be so half-assed though. You actually have to put effort in remaking the engine and stuff like that.
Yeah, you would.
Basically what they did with the Insane Trilogy, they put work into it actually.
Yeah, they did. And I don't know if it's $60 worth of work because they're such old games and it's literally the same gameplay. They didn't really add much. I don't know.
They fixed the physics.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not. Did you get the Insane Trilogy happy or no?
I love Crash Bandicoot, but I'm not gonna pay $60 for the same game that just looks new.
Yeah, I tend to agree. It's a little much. I mean, maybe 30 would have been more reasonable. 10 per game. That sounds a little more reasonable, but fucking 60. Like, good God. I don't know. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Now here's a better question. If, say, I do have a Switch, right? And I own Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on my Switch.
Right.
Do I then have the legal like the legal high ground, not the legal high ground, but the ethical high ground to pirate it on PC because I've already paid my dues. So I already gave them $60 for the game.
That is actually a discussion in the legal sphere. Basically, emulators are in a legal gray area.
Right.
Making something that mimics software isn't bad. The problem when it comes to supporting piracy. But if you dump your own copies, that's what people like RPCS3 flat out says we do not support piracy. Dump your own games. Here's how you dump your own games. They want you to dump Persona 3 to play on your computer.
Right.
They don't want you to pirate it. I mean, I pirated it, but I mean, I don't have Persona 3 or PS4.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is like if I own Breath of the Wild on a Nintendo Switch, would I then not be justified in saying I just want to see what it's like on PC? And I've already, I've given Nintendo my money, like that. I feel like that would be acceptable. That's a duh solution. Is like, yes, of course you should, because you already paid for it. You should get to play it on whatever you want. It's
As of the moment, dumping your own games to play on emulators is legal.
Right. Until Nintendo gets fucking pissy. Nintendo's god tier for getting pissy about legality.
The main game that they worry about right now is Mario Kart. They don't care about
Mario. Yeah, Mario Kart is the only thing Nintendo's like doing right now. It's like, oh yeah, here, have Mario Kart on the Nintendo Switch. Duh, that should have been day one. That should have just been like a freebie. Like, hey, you bought a Switch? Here, have updated Mario Kart. Cool. Like that might actually.
Once you touch Mario Kart, they will jump on you.
Yeah, but oh dear Lord, do not post any Nintendo things. Oh no, how dare you give us free advertising by showing our game and streaming it and playing it? You're a horrible, horrible person. And we will have you in court. It's like, fuck, man, calm down.
They're basically the Disney of game developers.
They are absolutely the Disney of game developers. Disney, fuck Disney, man. Disney, like, we're not getting in on that. All right, but off the Breath of the Wild stuff. So let's move on. The news I think is pretty done, unless anybody's got something they've heard of that's going on. Anything interesting.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 on Unreal Engine 4.
Okay, you can talk about that in a minute, but I mean actual proper news, like something important happening. No, nothing. All right, well, did TF2 get an update?
Oh yeah, probably the Halloween update. It's trying to download a 1 gigabyte file on my end.
It's not. I don't know if it is the Halloween update. It's not Scream 4. It's the Jungle Inferno, the Pyro and Jungle update. That.
Interesting. So TF2, TF2 get an update. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, whatevs. Like, it's TF2. Who the fuck cares anymore? The only people playing TF2 are the people that have been playing since day one. Everybody else is like, okay, new games. We're moving on. This is over.
I haven't played TF2, but I had played it on the orange box for the TF1. I can play TF2 because it looks like a good game.
I mean, it is if you want to sit there and just randomly shoot things for 5 minutes, because that's basically all the game is. It's crazy. I don't know, like, they've had all these updates to add weapons and stuff in, like, since the first version of TF2. And now it's like all these crazy weapons, and it's like, what the fuck is happening? There is no balance. What balance? What are you talking about? Fucking TF2.
Something they weapon.
Yeah, they can try to balance all they want, but they've added way too much shit to the game.
Because I would actually be able to kill people.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I just go heavy. That whenever I think, hey, I'm gonna go play a TF2.
So you just get headshot.
Yeah, but I just play heavy, and I'm just like minigun. I just minigun all over the place. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. Or the rocket, or the not the rocket guy. Who's the grenade guy? Demo Man. Yeah, I play Demo Man. I just love lobbing the sticky nades on a wall and then just blowing it up. Love that. But yeah, that's fun. I like that. So yeah, other than TF2's update, right? That's interesting. So hey, if anybody out there likes TF2, go check that out, I guess. So. Creation Club, yes, we could talk about that. It's a bit old news, but it's kind of important because we are talking about like mods and intellectual properties and stuff, so might as well. So Creation Club, right? Actually we should say Creation Club, quote unquote. Yeah, it's paid mods. It's Bethesda trying to do paid mods again, just not calling it paid mods. So I don't know. This is another one where it's kind of hard to pick a side because you end up kind of shooting yourself in the foot no matter which one you are. So I don't know.
Steam Workshop makes you wonder why they even bothered with that.
Right. They already have Steam Workshop, so like, the fuck. I don't know. But yeah, I think modders do deserve to be paid for their work. But I think if modders expect to be paid for their work, it should be a labor of love. It should not be them expecting to get like to make money off it. It should be, oh, I want to make money while making things. I need to go work for a game company. I need to go get certified. You know.
How many sugars did you put in?
Oh God, Rachel, are you drinking coffee?
Yes.
Dear Lord. Oh, you
Two
better get hyper. It's like it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, man. I need coffee. I'm
Just
so
get jittery.
dead. Just getting dead inside. Gotta wake up. All right, but yeah, paid mods, right? Happy. Did you want to chime in on that? Yes. No.
Shouldn't be paid mods.
Right.
Expansion size mods, I'd accept, but horse armor.
Yeah. Not horse armor DLC. No, we're not doing horse armor.
Badass weapon that doesn't do shit but just looks cool. Like cool, it's free, it's awesome, but like they want to put it like,
There's
oh, it's
potential.
$1. No, fuck that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like most things Bethesda does, there's potential. The question is whether or not they're going to use it correctly.
Yeah, I mean, this could easily turn into people making really awesome expansions for for Fallout and Skyrim and
Like,
Fallout
the Creation Kit is nice,
and
the
Skyrim.
Creation Kit is nice, but that's baby tool.
Yeah, it is.
Giving them the big boy technology.
Yeah, and I think that's the allure for the modders is like, oh, I get to really mess with some stuff now. And I think once you start actually doing that, then the quality of the mods would go up as well. But I at the same time,
which has direct comparison.
yeah,
Is Frostfall versus survival mode.
yeah. I think that
What you would basically need 3 mods to do in regular modding, you now have a mod where you have I need Frostfall and realistic needs and diseases all in one mod.
right. You got all of it all in one. Right. I think that it's an interesting conversation. Certainly, because you want to support the modder, right? Because the modder brought you something cool, right? They deserve to be paid for their work. But at the same time, you don't want to pay Bethesda. At least I don't want to pay Bethesda because they really didn't do shit. All they did was say, "Here, go play with the tools." Like, did they lift a finger to do anything? No. All they did was they created the game engine, they created the original game, and that's it. After that point, everything on top of that is gravy that they did not, make. Like, if they didn't make it, why should they get a part of it? Oh, because it's their intellectual property. Fuck that. They didn't do any work for it. That's the equivalent of saying, oh, yeah, people that, the Waltons and the Rothschilds and Rockefellers, these people that trade stocks and shit all day, they should get money. No, they're just managing money. Like, the fuck are you talking about? They're not doing any actual work. They're just moving this thing over here. Like, good God. And the fact that Bethesda is selling, oh God, they're shilling fucking Skyrim for like the 12th time. It's coming out on Switch, and they're just like, buy the Switch edition.
They're still not working on
Not working on what?
Elder Scrolls 6. They pretty much said that it's not a priority right now.
I mean, yeah, I would actually prefer them not to, and here's why. I would prefer them to actually focus on the Fallout series because you've had 4 Fallout games and 5 Elder Scrolls games, and we're not counting Elder Scrolls Online. We do not speak of that blasphemy. But you had so.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
No, Happy. Good God, no, do not.
I heard it's not
I
terrible.
warn you. No, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Called ESO Online or dog shit.
Yeah, basically.
$60 for that fucking thing.
Exactly. But my point being that, God, what was my point? Where was I? Damn it, Happy, you got me off topic. But yeah, with
Worked on Fallout
5,
and-
yeah, Elder Scrolls, I want to work on Fallout because there's 5 in Elder Scrolls, there should be 5 in Fallout. There should be, and I want their, and I realize that ID Software and all that kind of like does their own thing with is doing their own thing with like Doom and Wolfenstein, which is great by the way, and I'm so glad New Colossus is coming out. But yeah, it is great. But I want them to focus on another Fallout because that universe is more fleshed out. Like you can only walk around Skyrim so long before you get kind of bored. But when you walk around Fallout, you get this sort of it's got this 1950s, the radio playing, the super mutants and the ghouls and the post-apocalyptic like. That feeling is great. But in Skyrim, it's like, all right, let me go raid this dungeon thing for the millionth time. Like Skyrim is no Witcher 3, right? It's not one of those things.
Dragon.
Like, I love Skyrim, and even I'm having trouble making it more
Exactly.
interesting.
I mean, all the mods in the world can't help you once you've done everything. Once you've beaten the game like 3 times with all the different endings, it's like, all right, now what? Mud crabs with top hats. That's what. Like It's all you can do.
The only reason you can mod the game now.
The only reason you need to mod Skyrim. Fucking mud crabs and top hats. It's a fantastic thing. But yeah, I think modders do deserve to be paid, but at the same time, they shouldn't go into modding expecting to be paid. Like, they should not... I think the Creation Club is a crutch, and I think that if you're going to be a modder and you want to make games, and you want to alter games, you should really actually go work for the company. Like, you should, if you want to do that, go apply. Go work and make games. Yeah, it's a great tech demo. It's sort of a tech demo of like, hey, I am capable of this. But I mean, you could basically do that as part of the application process. If you were a big game studio, you could be like, okay, well, we want you guys to come in here and, okay, when you sign your application, yeah, you have this degree and that degree, great. But we want you to also submit a portfolio of like your works, what you've done, what kind of stuff you're doing that's related to the position. Like, are you capable? We want to see if you're capable of actually managing something. And I think that would be pretty alright. I don't know. But yeah, we will see on the Creation Club. We'll see if it turns into shit or not. Knowing Bethesda, it probably will. But I don't know. We'll see. But moving on, I think news is over. I think we spent about an hour on the news, and so next hour let's spend just kind of talking, chilling, whatever. So we're gonna go to the section about what we're doing, what we're playing, movies or anything we watched. So Happy, start us off. What you playing? What you doing? What's happening? What's been happening with the Happies?
Been playing For Honor, Destiny.
Right. Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
2.
Oh. All right.
It's easier now. When you do Destiny 2 from Destiny 1, where you're doing your abilities, there's just giant blob of shit that you can choose from. Help one thing or fuck over another thing. In Destiny 2, it's just easy. Here's tiers that will help in certain situations.
Right. And yeah, I've heard it's streamlined. I remember the beta and stuff. It seemed streamlined. Is Destiny 2, in your opinion, because I know you played the shit out of Destiny 1, right? Like, you played a lot of Destiny, Vanilla? Hello?
Oh, shit.
So did you, you played a lot of Destiny 1, right? Is his mic cutting out or what? Oh. Happy. I think you might be having problems. He did. The deadness inside has just happened. It's reached his outside. There it is. Happy, you there? You good?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you were gone for a minute, but yeah, okay. So I was asking, you played a lot of Destiny 1, right?
Yes.
So from 1 to 2, would you say that it has gone casual, or is it still is it? I don't know. Is it? We already know it's better, right? Obviously, you couldn't get worse than Destiny 1.
It's mainly for the casuals. Yes, it kind of is. Sick of people bitching and whining over like, oh, this one gun, I must get this. I can't get it. Boo hoo.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they got done with that. And now they're bitching and whining like, oh, there's no different weapons. The fucking bitching already. It's a game.
Yeah. He's just game. Why have to be mad?
Oh, if you want to bitch about a game.
They made that a Zarya taunt.
If you want to bitch about a game, go play Dead Space.
Hey.
Why so much?
Oh, wait,
Hey.
Dead Space, too soon.
Do not talk about Dead Space.
I'm just saying.
Visceral just got killed, okay? Too soon. Too soon. But the first Dead... Yeah, I haven't actually gotten around to playing the other two Dead Spaces, but... Yeah, it's... Alright, so Destiny 2, I mean... I don't know. It's... I don't know what I'm trying to ask here. Like, is it... It's obviously better than Destiny 1, but as somebody who played the crap out of Destiny 1, would you say that this is worth somebody who hasn't played Destiny 1 or hated Destiny 1 to actually go play?
Like, if you didn't like playing Destiny 1, or you just want to play a game, but no one's playing the first one anymore,
Right.
a lot easier for you to get into. Yes, there are pros in the game that will fuck you over. Aspects of Destiny 2 that will help you out. Like, they added guided games where you can be helped by people that are in clans or people that are much higher than you.
Right. That's pretty good. Um, I like that idea, but again, I don't know. I think when you try and talk about a looter shooter, you can't really do an MMO looter shooter because I think Borderlands kind of spoiled everybody's idea of what a looter shooter can be, and I think Destiny, like, if Destiny doesn't go just as crazy as they can with it and basically copy the Borderlands formula of humor, they're really never gonna get that sort of thing. I mean, the only reason.
One was the looter shooter. Destiny 2, they mainly focused on the storyline.
Oh, their story is there. Wow. Now that's an improvement. But yeah, I don't know.
Like, you played
How's
Destiny
Cade
1,
6, by the
you
way?
played-
Because he seems like a fun guy. He seems like a cool dude. Does he pop up a lot in the story?
Yeah, he's fun once you do his mission, and then he's just broken.
Oh, I see.
As
Alright.
starting off in D1, D2, he ends up making friends with a chicken.
Did you just say that the robot in the story ends up being friends with
The
it
chicken.
like an actual like a chicken?
Yes.
I'm tempted to go get Destiny 2 now just because of that.
All I know about
That
Destiny
sounds
is that
interesting.
it's like $5 at your local GameStop.
No, it's $5 for you to take it away from them. They will give you $5 to take it away. They have too many of them. They have so many they're giving them the homeless people out back to stay warm in the winter. Like they will burn them. Oy.
Get another ET
Right.
landfill.
Also, all right. So Destiny 2, right? For Honor. For Honor is it's For Honor. That's basically. I mean, there haven't been any major updates, have they?
Skeletons.
How the fuck? Wait, there's skeletons in For Honor? Are they doing like a Halloween thing where the enemies, like, instead of being people, they're skeletons?
The bots that are all skeletons, but like,
Ah,
yeah.
how clever. Yeah. But, yeah, there's that. But I also know that I ripped you away from your addiction lately, right? According to last time we talked, you said you were like, I don't want to do a podcast. I'm playing Shadow of War. So it must be good if you're not wanting to sit down for just 2 hours and talk. So how good is it? Is it amazing? Is it not? What's the deal?
Shadows of War, you're expecting like Shadows of Mordor, where it's like go hide and seek and kill shit,
Mm-hmm.
or you can start fights with people. You can be ambushed at any moment, any second. Your followers can betray you, and like it is so amazing because you don't know who's watching your back and who's fucking with you.
So it doesn't get that XCOM feeling of creating your own sort of like war stories, like oh, and then this guy showed up in the middle of the fight, and that sort of thing where you want to tell your friends about it, like, do you have an example of that? Have you run into one that's like so cool?
Times.
I don't know.
You can lob someone's head off, they can come back with it stitched on. You can rip their arm off, it comes back. You can literally burn a person alive, turn them to ash, feed them to a Karagor,
And they just won't die.
dismember them, keep coming back.
Yeah, I think, isn't there a character in there that's actually like his storyline is that he was the son of a necromancer or something, and he wouldn't die or something.
That just won't die, and
Yeah, that's.
hopefully this time when I had someone save my ass from him, he stays fucking dead.
He's so sick of seeing him. He's just like, oh, Nizra, fine, you're back. I get it.
I don't care. I'm
I
doing
don't-
this right now.
It's like, I am doing very important things as he's just scratching Karagor belly. He's just, oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? The dude shows up. Oh, Ranger! It's like, oh, God, this guy
The
again.
part with him though is that every time he dies and comes back, he gains levels.
Oh, fuck. So, not only does he come back, but it's not even like he's a peon that you kill in 2 seconds. It's like, oh, I have to do another fight. I don't wanna. That's great. I love that. So the Nemesis system, yeah, has it been improved from Mordor, or has it? I mean, obviously it's been improved. They've added stuff to it.
Better.
So yeah. So can you actually is there background stuff to do with the Nemesis system, or is it still just like straight up rivalries and fights and little quips here and there, or can you actually talk to your guys and have a conversation? I don't know. Like, is it that?
You guys have a conversation, but if you stand near them for a while, they'll start talking to you, telling you that you're cool and all, or saying that you smell like shit.
That's amazing. So the AI will actually look at you and go, "You're fucking ugly. Why are you standing here? Go away." That's great.
One AI told me that for a pink skin, you're pretty fucking disgusting.
Oh, ouch.
Probably be a cool brother.
That is hurtful. Oh, that is hurtful. Oy. So, yeah. I've heard. So, how's the microtransactions though? Do they affect the game at all, or is it just sort of it's there, but
Some do, some don't. Like if you're going into a battle and you need like a good weapon or something,
right?
a microtransaction will help you out because it's based on your level for silver, and you can get either a good weapon out of it or a weapon that's slightly higher than what you have.
Okay. Right. How normal are the intervals for actually being able to obtain the supply drops on your own without buying them? Like how often can you actually get the amount of currency you need?
Let's see. The currency for the silver ones are about 750 if you want to get one
Hmm.
mission, or two. It gives you 2,800 for one, or 15,000 for another. Like
Right.
they want you to fucking buy supply drops in the game because they know the most people you fuck with and you die to or you kill and they keep coming back,
Right.
they're fucking weapons.
Right. You're gonna want that.
Legendary piece of armor or something that's really fucking cool at that moment, and then go back to a basic fucking armor set that's like 10 times higher than what you have.
Right. Yeah. I mean, let's.
Go for looks or go for strength.
Yeah. So can you actually reskin your armor, or is it just here's what the armor looks like? Get over it.
Like if you like this, keep wearing this, but longer go with shit armor.
Yeah. So basically, it's like Witcher 3, where it's like, yeah, this tunic looks really dumb, but it has like way more armor, so I need it. And yeah, okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right. So anything else happen?
The main character from Shadows of War and Shadows of War is Ratback.
Is Rat back? Oh yeah, it's not the guy that like is like the first dude that like turns on the orcs for you.
Face with a fucking hammer and still lives.
Oh god, horrible.
That's what makes the game better because he's the idiot orc that doesn't die.
We have the comic relief. He's the Jar Jar of orcs.
I got nothing.
Yep, that's it. All right. Next up, Randall. What's happening? What you been playing? What you been doing?
Well, I'm busy.
Yep.
Yesterday, I finally finished replacement in Overwatch.
Oh, and are we in bronze?
No.
Okay. All right, Randall. I have a tip here. Stick to very short responses. Very simple. Do not try to go for whole sentences. Because the mic just keeps cutting every time. It's I mean don't I don't want to laugh, but it's too good. It's just every time. Okay.
I'm wondering if it's because like
Again, it cut. What is wrong with this thing?
I don't know, man.
God. Yeah, just yeah, it's ridiculous. You get to like the fourth word in the sentence, and it dies.
3 words max. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
make them long.
Just nice short utterances. Okay, so Overwatch placement.
Placements 2337.
Okay, which puts you in silver.
Gold.
Ah, okay. I thought that was silver. I guess it's lower.
Silver is 1,600 or 1,500 to 2,000.
Oh, okay, interesting. So, did you feel like the placement matches were better? Did they like change at all, or is it just sort of Overwatch's typical screw you over?
I did like 6 of them back when the season first started, so I just did 4 yesterday.
Right.
And it was really bad because I was placed with like level. I won all of them, but it was just like.
Yeah, it was one of those why am I paired with these people? Fuck off matches, but you still wait. You won 10 for 10.
I I actually lost. I did actually lose my 6th one because.
Probably because his mic cut out.
So
And his
9.
teammates couldn't hear him making callouts. But yeah, so you lost like what, 2 or 3?
I lost just the one that my internet.
Okay, so 9 out of 10, and one of them was because you disconnected, and it still puts you in fucking gold. Oh my god, that is
I mean,
harsh.
that's how it works.
I know, but damn, like if you're kicking that much ass, like come on.
Well, it's more dependent on how you do in the actual.
Then
Like, I think I stopped playing for a while. Like yesterday, I was really bad.
right,
So.
yeah,
Discord really hates me right now.
it does. Discord just hates poor Randall. Poor Randall on Discord. All right, so anything else other than Overwatch? Seen any good movies lately?
No.
No, just no Overwatch. Did you say Lego Batman?
Yes, it's amazing. Oh, that was
Okay.
the one.
All right, I'm gonna need to watch it then. The ultimate Lego movie, Lego Batman, because why not? All right, and then Stabbeh, what you got? What you been playing? What you been doing?
Well, I've been trying to play Persona 5 on my emulator. I beat it once. I beat Persona 5 once. I'm going into the New Game Plus,
Right.
which is like, once again, but good.
It's like Persona 5, but better.
Well, like, basically half of the game is and the other half of the game is jokingly called a dating sim. You're building relationships with people. And unlike in other games, this actually gives you perks. But you need social stats to get anywhere with them. And to do that, you have to spend an entire day, I don't know, reading a book, eating a burger, working at a flower shop, something to raise your social stats. But those carry over into New Game Plus.
So let me get this straight. This is legit a game where you can get like relationships with people, and the stats actually affect the actual gameplay.
Well, originally, what it would do was they're based on the tarot. So you have 22 different relationships based on the tarot, and they would give you bonuses when fusing.
Right.
But in addition to that, certain characters do give you buffs in the RPG part. For example, you meet a kid who's really good at this shooting game,
Right.
and teaches you how to better use a gun.
That's clever. I like that.
You meet a politician who's down on his luck, and he tells you how to better negotiate. Helps you in the RPG part.
Interesting. So it's sort of a metagame. So do you have to do these social interactions, or can you actually?
Optional.
Really? So you can screw yourself over by not doing them.
There are a few that level up through the story, but other than those, it is 100% off.
Right. So there's some that are like, hey, you have to do this because it's teaching you a new mechanic or something, but then you have.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, good.
Your relation, like the fool. You are the fool. The fool tarot. It
right.
represents the one who is taking a journey, the one who is making a journey.
Right.
That levels up automatically to the story because you are having a better relation. You are getting to better know the guy who, in this case, it used to be the fool would be your team as a whole, but in this game, it is your guy who fuses the demons for you. He's from a meta dimension.
Nice.
Judgment is the woman who is interrogating you because the game is actually the first half of the game is entirely in flashback and you're being interrogated.
Interesting.
Interrogating you is Justice.
Huh.
No, wait, no, she's Judgment.
Judgment, Justice, yeah, whatever it is, yeah. That lady over there, that one.
Those level up automatically.
Right, because they're involved with the story. It's sort of like a passive thing.
Right.
But then the other ones are like, yeah, you can go the whole game. So it's kind of like Breath of the Wild in that way. It's like, yeah, here's an open world game. Do whatever you want. We're not going to make you like level up. We're not going to just hand it to you. So if you want to level up and grind, go for it. If not, then you can go straight through the story and get your ass kicked. You know, like that's like
the game is intensely hard if you do not do it.
Yeah, that's kind of like Breath of the Wild though. It's like I can go straight to the volcano and fight Ganon right off the bat, but I will die. I will get my ass kicked 20 times and get nowhere with it. Yeah, I think people have actually attempted that though, haven't they? In Breath of the Wild, they've tried to just go straight from spawn all the way to Ganon and just kill him. Like,
Speedrunning, as I was going to do.
oy, I can only imagine actually doing that. That's crazy. But yeah,
Basically, and your social stats determine, like, a lot of the times you'll like hit a roadblock in your relationship with somebody, and you'll have a social stat to get through them.
right.
Someone's going through a rough patch, and you need a certain amount of kindness to be able to not be a dick.
So let me get this straight. There's actually the ability in the game to talk to somebody during this rough patch, as you put it, and if you don't have the amount of a certain amount of kindness, you can screw up the interaction and actually hurt your relationship with that person.
Interaction. Your internal monologue. I don't think I have enough tact to do.
Oh, okay. So it's sort of like a fake kind of barrier. Like the game isn't clever enough to actually. They don't have a mechanic for screwing up social interaction, so they just deny you screwing it up completely. There's no lost state in.
In Persona 3, you could actually social, but to do that, you usually would have to get in roll and then cheat on her.
Oof. Good God.
Would break the social link.
Good God. All right. Well,
Until you fix it.
other than weebness, what else is happening? Playing anything else? Doing anything else?
Skyrim.
Well, you're always doing Skyrim. Yeah, and you and your don't you use an Argonian?
Always.
Always.
All Argonians.
Argonian's the best.
Wait, Happy, did you say what are Argonians?
Argonians.
Lizard people.
Yeah, Argonians are lizard people.
Not what is wrong?
Oh, he's asking why you're talking shit about.
No, I'm not talking shit about Argonians. I mean, I do, but just not like to your face. You should have seen it. She actually posted some on Facebook, and I was like, and it was just like the Skyrim and all the 4K textures in this, and it was just like a selfie of the fucking lizard.
I'm not that wasteful. I use some 4K.
Whoa. You don't use 4K textures?
I use some 4K textures.
Oh God, here we go.
You don't have
the skin textures are 4K, the mountain textures are 4K, but I think my clothes are too.
Like, how dare you? You need 4K leather gloves.
It's a waste of RAM.
You monster.
No, you get more.
He's trying to rant at you, but Discord's like, no.
Yeah.
I only have a 4 gigabyte card, man.
Same. Good. All right. So yeah, Skyrim. Yeah, Argonians.
Laptop card.
Video card?
I don't have like cooling setups or anything like.
A 4 gig video card or just 4 gig?
4 gigs of RAM.
Oh my.
No. I have 8 gigabytes of RAM.
Oh, you have 8. I have 4. Fuck. God damn it. Fuck you people. Why you got more RAM than me?
RAM or VRAM?
I've got. Shit, is it RAM or VRAM? I think it's just normal RAM. Because, like. No. I have 4. No, I have like 4. No, I think it is 8 gigs of RAM. But, like, 5 of it is already taken up by like my normal operating system. And something. I have no idea. Last time I checked. Hold on, actually I can bring up Task Manager right now and see like what's happening. I have no idea. I know my desktop is, but like all I know is the RAM is fucked up, and that's one reason like certain games screw me over is because I have to. Yeah, no, the graphics of the processor are fine. It's the RAM can't keep up the with what I want to do, so I usually have to turn off like shading and lighting effects that otherwise look great. But then sometimes it works fine. I don't know. It's a weird thing. But yeah, I have.
That's one thing the PS3 emulator needs is it's a very, very CPU.
Where's my stuff here? Here we go. I've got basic. No. Yeah. It says available. I've got 3.9, but in use I have 3.9. So basically, all of my RAM is used up all at the same time, no matter what I'm doing. So yeah, it is weird. I don't know if it's how I've set up my thing or what. I think there might be something I'm doing wrong, but at the same time, meh. As long as my computer can still run shit just fine, and I still have my nice God Rays in Witcher 3, then I'm good. And I'm happy. Oh God, the God Rays in Witcher 3 are so good. Like when it just breaks through the trees, like, oh, so pretty.
That's what got me playing Special Edition on my old laptop with the God Ray.
It's just like so pretty, yay! Graphics. All right, so is that it? Anything else other than Persona 5, Skyrim?
I got Pokemon Gold on Virtual Console.
fucking Pokemon. All right.
Oh, the new one comes out in next month.
Yeah, okay, can we not say the new one? Because Pokemon, there's nothing new in Pokemon anymore. It's the same shit. They're showing out the same mechanics and the twice content of what?
Catching Pokemon.
Twice as many Pokemans? It's the same gameplay over and over and over. This is like fucking Mario all over again. It's Mario and the sad thing is Legend of Zelda is about the only series where they've actually, like every game, they've actually consistently made leaps in things and actually done different things. Fucking Pokemans and fucking Mario just keep doing the same thing.
Well, it's an RPG. How different can you make it?
You can make it just things. Make it do things. I don't know. That's there you go. Constructive criticism. Ooh, excuse me.
They did make huge changes to the mechanics.
They could. They could try and do things like
No,
you know.
I mean they did.
No. Well, here's the thing. Why do like the turn-based thing? Why not go off on a limb and make one of your Pokemon games, like like for the Switch, for instance, make a Pokemon game for the Switch that you can actually control the Pokemon during the fight, so you can have a live action thing.
Pokken. You're thinking of Pokken tournament.
Fascinating.
It's Pokemon.
That should be a thing. I want to actually zap a bitch as Pikachu. Dude, wait. Pokemon VR. So you can, but there's a mode where you're the trainer and there's a mode where you're the Pokemon. So like you can like first person straight up zap a bitch as Pikachu. That'd be great. That would be a wonderful thing.
Well, there was Hey You Pikachu.
Yeah, it's not. Let's not reference that anymore. I don't know.
The immersive. Oh my God, Pikachu! Pick up that piece already. Simulator.
God.
Just pick it up. Just pick up the bottle cap.
The lid.
Yeah, that's basically Hey You Pikachu. The lid.
Oh God. Okay.
No, you dipshit. Pick up the lid.
Like you want to not do animal abuse, but then it's like, God damn it, Pikachu! You want to, but if you punted him, he would just land against the wall with a squeak, and just kind of like sit there. It's like, punk ass bitch. How dare you?
Well, the problem is that the microphone was calibrated for baby.
Yeah, ridiculous. All right, but that's it for that. I've been playing. What have I been playing? I don't know. I think I've finished the Surge lately. Well, lately as in 2 weeks. Yeah, I've been playing. I don't know. Drop back in Lawbreakers. They actually just had an update for that. They're doing an I think they call it the All-Star update. They've added like a new map, bunch of new skins, and this isn't an event. Here's a brand new map with brand new skins that will be here forever. And so it's like this brand new like arena style thing called fuck, what do they call it? Something with a G. Not Gridiron. There's another name for it, but I don't know, whatever they call the map. It's like this like futuristic like basically football field. And it's got like, it's got all the typical Lawbreaker stuff, the raised points and the gravity center and all that. And it's in Blitzball, right? The game mode on that map is Blitzball. So you grab the ball and go to the enemy's goal, right? But it's different because it's not like just thrown in on a map. Now it's like the map is symmetrical, so each team's goal is like a circle, and there's like 4 different entry points, so you can't just throw up a wall and insta stop somebody, like, and they have to go all the way around anymore. They can just jump from one to the other. You got to be really good at defense then, and it's like it looks super fast. I haven't tried it yet because I haven't updated yet, but yeah, it sucks for Lawbreakers. It really does. That was such a good game, and what they need to do is they just need to make it free to play and just go from there because
Pull a TF2.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pull a TF2 if they want a fan base. They're gonna have to pull TF2. It's like when your game has less than 200 concurrent players, that's a problem.
Oof.
That is a
Yikes.
fucking problem. If you had 1,000, you'd be fine. Like if you're around 1,000 players, that's healthy. You can sustain that.
Player base on a college campus.
If you can fit your entire player base in one building, then yeah, you've got a problem because that is not enough people. But yeah, Lawbreakers. Finished the Surge. Loved the Surge. That was I think I played that. I finished it like a week and a half ago or a week ago, something like that. And I've been playing Witcher 3 since. But yeah, the Surge was great. The story and it's awesome. The theme is awesome. And for a game that's only $40, it's not bad. Not to mention they're doing like a bunch of free DLC and they just did actually an update on that as well. They did a fire and ice update where they added like fire and ice based weapons, which is cool. So you can light people on fire and shit.
I was thinking about the fact that they're more and more. We're having an issue where we're not getting enough single player games.
Ah,
I love multiplayer, but like Overwatch in the future, someday when they shut off, there'll be nothing left.
right, right. There's gonna have to be. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, yeah, the single player games. I mean, not everything needs to be multiplayer, but at the same time, single player doesn't have that sort of same feel. You know, it's like I have this. You know, I'm playing single player and I'm winning against the machine, and the machine is tough, right? The AI and the computer is tough, but I can beat it, right? There are obvious win states in that. But when you're fighting an opponent, you know, an actual human being, it can think like you can. It can outthink you. It can, well, because it is you. You're both humans, so it could take a completely different path that you don't think of. It can do something that's not predictable, you know,
Maybe
and
there's
that's
too many shooters.
maybe, yeah. There might be too many shooters lately. I'd love somebody to just
Like
take.
Cuphead's still popular.
Yeah, Cuphead, like $20 for this little platformer thing where
It's
you
like
shoot
$20,
shit.
that's a steal.
Yeah, it's $20, and it's $20. It's a boss rush with a couple of maps, with a couple of other modes, and you get this nice style and everything in this run. You got the run and gun sections, you got the boss sections, and it's tough enough to where it's going to take you time to actually get used to it and play it correctly. And you know it's it's not bad. I haven't played it, and I
I
don't think I'm.
I haven't played him forever.
I don't think I'm going to because I've already seen the whole game. Like, I've watched streamers and stuff, and I've seen everything I need to see, and I'm really not interested in playing basically something that would probably get me saltier than Super Meat Boy. But yeah, it's Super Meat Boy. That oh no, we're not talking about that game. But
Everyone calls it like the Dark Souls, but I don't think.
what Cuphead? I don't believe it's the Dark Souls of platformers. I don't think it's that tough. But I think people are.
Anything that's even remotely hard gets called the Dark Souls.
Yeah, but then people turn around and try to be tough and try to be cool and be like, "Oh, well, it's not that hard. I can't believe you guys. You're just bad." It's like then you get the two extremes. You get the good crowd, and then you get the we need an easy mode crowd. It's like, can't the game just be difficult and have you win? Like, come on, you know exactly. It's like, can't the game just be the game and not need to be changed, or you know, have your little peanut gallery fucking commenting on it like, "Oh, it's too tough. It's not tough enough." Like, pick one. Ridiculous. Either it's one or the other, or maybe it's not either. Maybe it's just right in the middle. Maybe it's perfect. Maybe it's good. I don't know. I love the aesthetic though. The aesthetic, and I definitely want to see them make a Cuphead 2. If they make a Cuphead 2, I'll buy that shit outright. After seeing the gameplay, it does look like a fun game. But yeah, that came out. Been playing Witcher 3 again. God tier game. Like, I don't have to say anything else. Witcher 3 is the perfect RPG. Like, the best RPG ever made. Like, it's going to be hard for somebody to top Witcher 3. I don't even think CD Projekt Red are going to be able to top it, like, with whatever their next project is. I don't know what they're working on, if they're working on anything right now, but whatever they...
Titular CD Projekt?
The what?
The CD Projekt. They're probably working on the CD Projekt.
Stop with your puns. No. Stop with your puns, makes me feel stupid because I'm not in on the joke. Alright, there's that, and then... Actually, I just watched, War for the Planet of the Apes the other day. Anybody else seen it?
Oh man, that's out?
Yeah. Well, it's...
I keep working weekends.
Well, yeah, it was out, and then I kind of watched it at home.
No spoilers.
Yeah. But, yeah, so, yeah, nobody's seen it. It's good, though, I'll tell you. It's good. It's, like... I wouldn't say best in the trilogy. I think the second one was best in the trilogy, because it had the great conflict between it. It had a lot more dialogue between the humans and the apes. But this last one, it's a good end. It's a good end for the trilogy. It's got a Logan feel to it. Did you see Logan?
Yeah.
Anybody here see Logan? No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just edgy and kind of sad.
Edgy and kind of sad. Yeah, kind of. It's kind of that. But there's also some stuff in there where you go, oh, that's fucked up. But there's also potential that is never going to be realized. There's, okay, all right, slight spoiler. It doesn't actually spoil the main story, but it's kind of like this side thing that goes on. Did you see the trailers that had Bad Ape in it?
Which one?
The one with the hat.
Or like the gorilla?
The one that was wearing the hat. The little one that wearing the hat and the jacket.
Oh, I remember that one.
Okay, well, there's a thing called there's a character called Bad Ape, and he can talk, but he's not one of Caesar's apes. He's from like a different zoo, like from like far away. So it turns out that's kind of that potential I'm talking about. That potential you'll never realize because the trilogy's over. But that means that the simian flu, or like the thing that made Caesar's people smarter, it spread, which means the whole world it must be going through that, which means that
I thought
you
you
are.
already knew that.
I mean, yeah, it was inferred, but at the same time, you
Well, in
don't
the
see any
credits
other
for the-
part.
In the credits for the first movie, see the airline spreading the.
Oh, you do?
Everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What's
I
his
could.
face gets onto the airport with the flu, and then
Right. Yeah. Well, the flu spreading we knew about, but we didn't know that the the that other apes could become intelligent. Like it it was sort of like implied that Caesar's group were like the only intelligent apes because he made them intelligent, and like the other
Well,
apes
the
would maybe
virus
follow
does
suit.
different things. It
Yeah,
makes
exactly.
people smart, but it kills people.
Right, and that's what this kind of confirmed, was that the flu was doing that, and it was causing the that's what made Bad Ape so smart, and it's interesting because he can actually talk on like a level of Caesar, not he can't really articulate, he doesn't have that same tone of voice as Caesar, but yeah, it's not bad, pretty good movie. It definitely deserves a watch. It's one of those things. I let's put it this way, I found myself sitting here watching it, and they would like do the apes would do the thing. Do you remember in the first one when he was like when he was talking to Maurice for the first time in the what was that place? It wasn't a zoo. It was like a holding area for apes. It was like a ape orphanage.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, the sanctuary. That's it. He was in the sanctuary with Maurice, and Maurice was showing him with the sticks how apes together strong, like that thing. Well, they've now turned that into a symbol, like, and that's kind of like their salute to Caesar when they do it. They do like the thing where they hold up
I
their
remember that in the trailer.
yeah, they hold up like their paws, and as I'm sitting here, I'm going, and when they do it, I found myself just subconsciously just putting my hands up like, yes, Caesar, apes together strong, like, yes, it's such a good story. Anyway, but off of that, let's finish up with releases. So we got some stuff coming out this week and into next week. So we got 3 things on the 27th, but we got 1 thing coming up on the 24th, which is Destiny 2 on PC. So we already talked about Destiny 2, so I don't think there's much more to say about that, unless somebody wants to chime in. Anyone? Nope. All right. Well, then we'll move over to Destiny 2. We kind of covered that earlier. So then on the 27th of October, we have Assassin's Creed Origins, Super Mario Odyssey, and Wolfenstein: The New Colossus. So let's start with Origins. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff coming out. It's Broketober, man. So Assassin's Creed Origins. I like it. I like the idea of it. The whole ancient Egypt assassins thing. Number 1, it's Egypt, and I love Egypt stuff. Number 2, yeah, potential. And then yeah, number 2 is again fucking microtransactions. There's gonna be in this one because they showed off the gameplay, and in the gameplay they showed there were rarity levels for the weapons. Like he picked up an epic bow, and it's like, oh no. But they do seem to be.
Rarity system.
I think it's a rarity. Yeah, it's a rarity system. But why else would you have a rarity system if you're not gonna have loot drops? Like you gotta have that.
Borderlands had a rarity system.
Yeah, but Borderlands was full of loot drops. You just didn't buy them. You just found them. Like, oh look, box, open box, get gun. Yay.
That just means there's loot drops.
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, it might. I guarantee it's gonna have something to do with microtransactions, some stupid thing. But they do seem to be making improvements in the gameplay from the other Assassin games. So there seems to be more of it. People have been calling it like Witcher Creed. It's like pseudo RP. It's turning itself from an Assassin's game into sort of a pseudo RPG. So it's got kind of the level up stuff and the like the different levels of enemies that you can fight. So you might not be able to fight like the level 15 dude because you're too low level. But I don't know. It's interesting, definitely. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's good. Anybody got any thoughts on Origins?
If it I've never played an Assassin's Creed, but it looked kind of like Witcher, but more restrictive.
Restrictive Witcher. So Witcher Light, basically.
Cause it's an open world RPG-esque game, but I guess you had missions and stuff like that.
Right.
On the gameplay itself, like if it comes down to like button mashing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and hopefully it won't follow the Arkham formula of the Batman Arkham Asylum formula of press triangle at the right time and you will counter a room of 40 people. Like they had that problem in Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 3, I still liked it thematically. Thematically, it was a good game, but that mechanic was
I've
busted.
played
You
all
could
Assassin's Creed games.
yeah.
I'm
So-
always
Wasn't
gonna
that
be
whole
more of a
aspect of, like-
fan of games, Skyrim and Bioshock. I don't know. I just like the playstyle
Ooh,
better.
Bioshock. Oh, let's not talk about Bioshock. I will go off on some Bioshock. Bioshock is good. Oh, Bioshock is good. But yeah, Happy, you played Assassin's Creed 3, right? Hello?
And it's gone.
And he's gone. But yeah, there was a system in Assassin's Creed 3 where you could stand literally in the middle of a fort and there'd be like a dozen dudes surrounding you and people about to shoot you and you just keep countering. It was so broken. It made no sense. But yeah, Origins. I think Origins is looking cool. I'm liking it. I'm hyped. Not hyped about the damn day one DLC. Like that is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But whatevs. So back to the Nintendo talk. So Super Mario Odyssey coming out. So is anyone? I know none of us have a Switch because we're all poor. But yeah, we're all poor. But when they do the PC version, when somebody makes the PC version of Super Mario Odyssey, anybody hyped for Super Mario Odyssey? It looks interesting.
I've heard they've said that it's back to Super Mario 60 rather than Galaxy formula.
So-
So it has potential as being another open world Mario title.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a good
If the
direction
physics
for
are good-
Mario. Yeah,
If the physics are good, it can be fun.
yeah. It might be a little annoying though in like trying to do depth with Mario being a platformer. It's like I don't know. I think as long as they try to stay away from the
Like,
yeah.
Mario 64 still tops, best games of.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just concerned of like trying to do hard sections like jumping on like subsequently higher platforms or something that are really skinny and then you overstep the jump or you don't jump far enough and then you fall and die.
Mario's not big
Fuck.
on precarious platform.
Yeah, but still, depth perception could ruin that. I don't know. It probably won't. It'll probably be fine. The whole hat thing has me intrigued though. Like, how did she get this magic hat that controls things? Like,
I guess
come
we're gonna
on.
find that out.
Next time on Super Mario. But yeah, I think yeah, Mario will do fine. Mario's good. And then wrap it up is Wolfenstein's The New Colossus. Fucking hyped so badly for that game. I'm trying to figure out
It's
where.
so creepy, but they're
Yeah.
doing it right.
I'm trying to figure out which body part I'm gonna sell to get $60 so I can buy a new Colossus. It's like I need
Nailed
it.
the atmosphere.
They
I love-
nailed it.
I love the trailers they've been releasing.
Like God, it's so good. Like the milkshake little gameplay section they did where they're in the milkshake shop and the Nazis just casually talking to him like what the fuck? Like he's just walking around like it's normal, just having a conversation with people like but it's their reality. It's not our reality. That's the greatest thing about that is they do it in such a way they show what life would be like if that was the case. Like it's just normalized.
In any medium that involves Nazis in this kind of setting, normalizing them and humanizing them because they're being all nice and stuff, but deep down, well, not even deep down, Ryan Hunter there, if you're different, they're gonna kill you.
Right, if you're different. But
Like, like the little boy who ate chocolate or whatever, and the brother's like, ha ha ha, I'm still reporting you.
what was that?
Have you seen the commercial where it's like a sitcom and this little boy eats chocolate?
No, I have not seen that one. Wait a minute. I gotta see this one. What is that?
It's basically this like leave it to be type sitcom,
Right.
and the boy sneaks some chocolate, right? But it was more chocolate than.
So that's Wolfenstein New Colossus. Boy eats chocolate. I gotta see. I did not know about this one. There's the launch trailer, the milkshake. Put the chocolate down. What is this? Why did I not hear of this? Oh my god. Hold on.
Commercial trailers.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna go back to monitor capture for a second. Here. Oh, wrong monitor.
You guys hear me now or
There you
what?
go. Yeah, there you are. There's Happy. But yeah,
There
dude.
were 3 TV show trailers. One was German or Else. The other one was Lazel. The other one.
Turn that image off. That's not supposed to be there. Okay, I gotta see this. What the fuck is this? Oh my god, I gotta watch this real quick. What the fuck? Oh god, it is like Leave It to Beaver. What is this? And why? Yeah, he's got chocolate, right? Ronnie. He's just dressed like Hitler Youth. I love it. So bad.
What's on your face?
I said it's nothing.
He's nothing.
More sweets? Ronnie, that's your second hunk of candy bar this week.
Your second hunk of candy bar.
It's a matter of state security. If Father found out, it would be straight to the youth health ministry for you.
The Youth Health Ministry. Oh god.
Disgusting and
Mhm.
dishonorable. Don't you remember your lessons about honor?
To be honorable, you must have courage. To be honorable, you must exercise self-control. All great things in the service of the fatherland are honorable.
That's better. But I'm still gonna have to inform on you.
It's like, good boy, but I'm still turning you in. Oh, that's great. Oh my god. I did not know that existed. Yeah, I saw the German or Else one. I saw that in
The fact
the
that they're actually going to like ban English but gave a grace period.
Yeah. I mean, at least they're considerate. They know they can't just get German in automatically,
It's less
right?
that they're considerate and more like they're really good at doing the math.
Exactly. It takes a set
Like,
amount
we
of
can do
time.
Everyone speak German. About
Right.
this quickly.
It's like, yeah, about this much.
You know, if there's
Right.
anything the Nazis did, it was efficiency.
Yeah, they were efficient. You have to give them that. But yeah, Wolfenstein 2: New Colossus, like everything I'm seeing from it is just great. I think forget all the action and all the Nazi killing even, and just the world it creates is one reason I loved.
It's creepy. It's
It
distant.
is creepy. It's creepy, and it's like, oh my god, this is so different. But they do it in such a believable way.
Have you seen The Man in the Tower?
Man in the High Tower? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched that show yet. It looks really good. It looks like a television version of Wolfenstein. Is it?
No, it's Germany won World War II, so yeah, basically the same thing.
Yeah, so it's basically, yeah.
They nuked the capital.
Yeah. Did you actually see the launch trailer for New Colossus? Because that's,
So,
yeah, the one where it's just, you know,
though in Man in the High Tower, Japan and Germany split America.
right. That makes sense.
So it wasn't
But
just
yeah, in the launch trailer, it gets like all the way to the end of the trailer, and then it shows it throws the thing on screen of like, Wolfenstein pre-order now, right? But then there's like a little clip after that where it's got this dude in a robe with, and he walks into this studio, and what I assume is like the German version of the Beatles are getting like interviewed by this director chick. I don't know. They're like all sitting down with scripts in their hands and stuff, and this dude walks in coughing, and and the lady just gets up real quick, and they all stand up real quick. It's like Heil Hitler. It's like, no, Hitler's alive. What? So we could be seeing Robo Hitler. We could be seeing the revival of Robo Hitler in New Colossus. Like, I would love to fight Robot Hitler in like fucking 4K. Oh.
In Man in the High Tower, the fact that Hitler is dying is actually a thing because it's going to cause Japan to try to do a coup.
I can see that. That would make sense.
So it's a funny plot twist. We're actually hoping that Hitler does.
Yeah, they want Hitler to stay alive because, god damn it. Because as bad as the Nazis are, the Japanese would be worse.
How about the fact that Bethesda, was it Bethesda? Who's doing New Colossus?
That's Bethesda's intellectual property, but it's being made by like ID Software. It's like Bethesda's Softworks.
They released a tweet where they were like, "Make America Nazi again," and a bunch of like people actually got pissed about it.
Yeah, I love that because you know what that does? That just shows.
Like, oh, so you support shooting people that don't agree? It's like they're Nazis.
It's like they're Nazis. Fucking Nazis. It's like when you see that video of Richard Spencer getting punched. It's like if you look at that and feel bad, then there's something wrong with you. I mean, I get it. You shouldn't kill people who disagree with you, but it's a Nazi.
Have you seen the new Helsing Abridged episode?
No, God, I don't watch any of this abridged crap. I don't know why you people watch it.
Well, basically, the entire force is getting destroyed by the main character, right? And the bad guy talks to the other bad guy. He's like, "Wow, our getting." He's like, "Who gives a shit? They're Nazis."
Yeah, it's like, wow, our guys are getting like destroyed. It's like, they're Nazis, let them die. Like, whatever. That's good. Oh, that's good. But yeah, Wolfenstein New Colossus looks awesome. Like, oh, so excited for that.
They're like, "Ooh, Bethesda's pushing a political agenda."
It's like,
Have you ever played a Wolfenstein game?
Wolfenstein's been killing Nazis since the 90s, brah.
Since when has killing Nazis in a video game become controversial?
Yeah, it's like if you think that killing Nazis is a bad thing, you're the problem.
You may be a Nazi.
Yeah, exactly. Like how just a flowchart of, do you believe killing Nazis is wrong? Yes. Congratulations, you're a Nazi sympathizer. No. Congratulations, you're an intelligent human being. Like
I have no sympathy for Nazis.
Yeah, no, there should be no sympathy for those people. Now, but people like try to take that like,
These aren't
oh,
even real Nazis.
but then you'll do, yeah, they're not even real Nazis. They're fucking Fatznies. They're Fatsies. They're fake Nazis. They're Fatsies. That actually sounds Italian. They're Fatsies. Yeah, they're Fatsies. Oh, you went robot voice. All right. But yeah, people are stupid. It's ridiculous. But we can get on that some other day. For right now, we stopped with about. Yep, we got about 10 minutes to spare. All right, that's not too bad. Considering there wasn't much news and stuff to talk about.
How else am I gonna waste my money on microtransactions?
Exactly. Go be a whale. All right.
I spend way too much money on Fire Emblem Heroes.
But that is it for the Gravecast. That wasn't too bad. We considering there wasn't too much news to talk about, we got like 2 hours out of that. That's not too bad.
Is it called Gravecast because you're Reaper?
Hey, because I had to have a name for it. I fucking might as well go cringy with it. Why not? Anyway, that is it for this episode. I want to thank Happy and Stabbeh and Lambragani for joining us today. You guys are awesome, and we had good time. Had some laughs, and rip Visceral. They will be missed. Those who brought us the greatness of Dead Space. How dare you, EA? Storm the castle. Hey, hang the EA CEOs, man. Let's fucking go.
Are we really surprised?
No, we're not. We're really not. It was a maritime. But that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, then do the usual. Like, subscribe, check out my streams. I will see you guys in the next video. Reap the Rager, signing off.